Please bet on football games.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Please Bet on Football Games podcast. I'm your host Alex, here with the on-air talent Joe. Joe, how's it going today?
I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars were sent from hell to make things worse for people.
I think their fans would normally say that as well.
Yeah, it was a frustrating week. Yet another week where I find a way to make money and the podcast loses and I feel slightly bad. But the Patreon subscribers made money.
That's good. Yeah, I feel like with the podcast, it is tough doing it so early in the week where, there's no live betting or see other information about injuries or starting quarterbacks or whatever that come out.
But we also, two things, we don't fuck with units that much, right? Like we do 2-unit bets, but we rarely ever do 3. In real life, I do 3 all the time.
Yeah.
Also, we have to make 5 bets here. Like in real life, I did not put a single penny on the Chiefs beating the Bills, but we had to make 5 picks.
Yep.
And we didn't know
Those
who
are
was
the
playing
rules.
quarterback for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'd hope to. But all right, let's talk about some of these games. Another poor week for the boys. Granted, not as bad as last week. We made a total of 7 bets for 10 units wagered. We lost 1.2 units for the year. I believe that takes us to negative 7.35 units.
That sounds so awful to my ears.
Yeah, I wasn't having fun scrolling up to the top to see that number. I was dreading it. Regardless, week 9. First bet we had was the Indianapolis Colts over the Pittsburgh Steelers, -3. That was a 2-unit bet. They turned the ball over 6 times and the Steelers won comfortably, lost.
I can't explain how quickly I would make this bet again. The EDP from our friends over at Sportfolio Kings. I love to say it that way. Their EDP model says that the Colts should have won 27-22. I think that's pretty much what I saw when I watched the game. Full disclosure, this week, Sunday, I was flying from California back to the East Coast, so I had to watch all the games on my phone to the extent that I could. And I do have money to buy Wi-Fi on the plane, so I can do that, but it's not my 4 TV setup that I'm used to at home. So I had to go back and chart everything Monday morning at 5 a.m. Sucked. This game blew my mind because not only did we get super unlucky on a couple of turnovers that just shouldn't have been turnovers, like batted balls that get picked, but also Daniel Jones had a negative 21 slugging score, PGP score.
My goodness.
3 fumbles, all recovered by the Steelers, 2 pickable balls, both picked, and a batted ball that was also picked. That's insane. So the fact that we lost, we bet on the Colts, they lost by 7 in a game with 6 fucking turnovers from their quarterback. If these teams played tomorrow, I'd bet 5 units on the Colts -2, and I'd be thrilled. That's even before they acquired Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely make this bet again. 6 turnovers, it's just not going to happen again. And the fact that it was still a somewhat close game.
Eventually, one bounce will bounce our way.
Yeah, and I think some of it might be Daniel Jones' regression or him just not reading the game well. But I don't know, that's not going to happen again.
Negative 20. This is the 3rd or 4th worst game I've ever graded from any quarterback.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is not good, but he's not that inept.
Exactly. So tough break. We'd make the bet again, but this week we lost, and that was -2 units. Next game, a win. We had the Denver Broncos over the Houston Texans. That was a money line bet, 1 unit at +110 odds. A win. A very close win, but a win.
Yeah, Broncos won 18-15 at the last second. This is gross. Bo Nix played one of the worst games we've ever seen. Both teams missed field goals. CJ Stroud left in the second quarter because he conked himself. Davis Mills came in and played replacement level ball for the most part. Like towards the end when he was trying to make something happen, it got a little gross, but it was mostly nothing to write home about. Bo Nix is terrible and he's poison because Sean Payton thinks he's really good, so he just keeps using him, and then he looks up and he's like, why have we only scored 3 points all game? I know, we'll throw swing passes for the rest of the game and run the ball up the middle and then immediately score the necessary touchdowns to win the game. Hey Sean, stop. Put down the Bo Nix. Get some help. Talk to somebody. Try heroin instead. It's better for you. Don't use Bo Nix. I think the Broncos are one devastating tragic, so sad, nobody wants to see it. Bo Nix injury away from being a true contender.
Yeah, is Stidham the backup?
Yes.
Your boy?
I like Jarrett Stidham, but it's not even about liking Jarrett Stidham. It's that Jarrett Stidham doesn't have a noticeable physical disability and therefore can't be worse than Bo Nix.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's enough to push them over the top, but Bo Nix is definitely bad.
Bo Nix, I very legitimately think Bo Nix is the most detrimental player to any team in the league. Not because he's the worst quarterback, far from it. I think he's like bottom 10, bottom 8, but not bottom 3. It's not about being that bad. It's about his coach being so delusional as to think that he's incredible and using him like he's a superstar when he is in fact a bottom 10 quarterback among starters. That said, I'd make the bet again. The Broncos defense is like that.
Yeah, same. I mean, it was what we talked about of can Bo Nix do just enough? And the answer ended up being yes.
I think he started the game 1 for 8.
That sounds right. He was terrible.
3 pickable balls. Seriously.
But they had to score 18 points.
The only reason I'm trying really hard not to say I hate Bo Nix, and the only reason I don't hate Bo Nix is because he is Tez Johnson's adopted brother, and we do love MF Tez.
Yeah, definitely. That's why you're not doing it.
Not for real. I fucking love Tez Johnson.
I know you do love Tez Johnson, but how does that really impact you from talking trash about Bo Nix?
It's his adopted brother. Bo Nix's family literally adopted this man. Like, Tez Johnson is technically Tez Nix. For real. That's crazy.
Are you letting personal lives affect your football breakdowns?
No, he still gets Fs every week. I just won't say terrible things about him.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, would make that bet again. Good win. On to some more losers. Next up, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Las Vegas Raiders at -2.5. That was a 2-unit bet. They won by 1.
And would you look at that? The EDP model says that they should have won by exactly 1 point, which is crazy. Frustrating.
Yeah.
So many times it looked like the Jaguars had sealed this game up and officially won it and covered, and then the Raiders just kept on throwing 5-yard passes, and the Jaguars kept on not knowing what to do about that. I think Brock Bowers had like 80 yards after the catch on the last 2 drives.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Did you watch the fucking last couple drives?
I did.
On that final drive of regulation, I was just sitting there thinking, like, all you need to do is get one fucking stop. And I believe it was 3rd down and long. Geno Smith heaves the ball towards the end zone, and there's a bullshit underthrown ball DPI call. So frustrating. The Jaguars also dropped 1 billion passes, and Trevor Lawrence threw an interception in the end zone on the second drive of the game because that's what he fucking does. That being said, this might have been Trevor Lawrence's best game of the year. I hate the Jaguars.
Sad when you think about that, but
oh, it's so sad. But like, he looked competent. He was accurate on like 80% of his passes. It's just he's gonna fuck you one time with a turnover, and Brian Thomas is going to drop 6 balls. Like, it's just gonna... Thank God the Jaguars got Jacoby Myers, because now somebody on their roster can fucking catch.
that helps. Would you make this bet again?
No, I hate the Jaguars and everything they stand for.
Yeah, they're joining some of their AFC South brethren and Titans of years past where they should be better.
A lady outside's very mad at either an imaginary figure or a child that I cannot see.
What do you think the odds are that it's the imaginary versus child?
If I speak, I am in trouble. Welcome to New York.
All right. Yeah, wouldn't make that one again. Fair enough. They've just burned us a few too many times. Next game, we had the Kansas City Chiefs over the Buffalo Bills at -2. That was a 1.5 unit bet. The Bills won decisively.
I need to say something, and I need you to hold me to it, because I honestly and earnestly believe it. Patrick Mahomes fucking sucks at football. He's a bad quarterback. I know what you're thinking. Joe, come on. When's the last time he played not bad? When's the last time he played not good? We're not asking for good. When's the last time he played solid?
Well, not this week, but was it 2 weeks ago?
Patrick Mahomes' highest graded game this entire season is a C+ against Jacksonville on Monday night a month ago.
It's not bad.
He was accurate on 51% of passes aimed against the Bills.
That is bad.
2 pickables.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play well last week.
When's the last time he did play well?
I don't know.
In the last 2 years, he has 1 game above a B. He has 3 games above a C+. He can't read a defense. He's not accurate. Basically, 80% of his game is running around and not getting hit at full force because people are afraid they'll get flagged. Patrick Mahomes is bad at football. Fuck you if you disagree. If you disagree, I need you to do me a favor. Fuck yourself. I don't care anymore. I'm sick of watching this guy suck at football, and then everybody just latch onto his anus like fucking human centipede.
It's like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. Take a step back and literally fuck your own face.
That is exactly what I was quoting, but I completely forgot that was Tom Cruise. Yeah, no. So that's terrible. The Bills are not very good either. This is a hilarious battle of teams that people think are fucking incredible, and they are in fact just decent for opposite reasons. If you flip the quarterbacks, the Chiefs never lose. If you put Josh Allen on the Chiefs instead of Patrick Mahomes, I think the Chiefs win every game by 35. I don't think they employ a kicker or punter.
They just go for 2 every time.
They don't even have to. They could take a knee after every touchdown and still win by 30. Very legitimately, I don't think Josh Allen ever punts.
He could just do the Roethlisberger punts.
True. Josh Allen was accurate on 95% of passes in this game.
Yeah, I mean, when we talked about this game, we expected Mahomes to kind of continue on this more average track that he's been on, and said that Josh Allen's going to have a Superman game, and the Chiefs defense has been playing really well, so we didn't think that would happen. Turned out Josh Allen had a Superman game, and Mahomes was bad. Yeah, so I think it kind of comes down to that.
Verbal meme. It's the strong guy handshake, and one of the strong guy arms is Patrick Mahomes, and the other strong guy handshake arm is Sydney Sweeney's tit. Both of them are AD.
Yeah. Do you think we were too square on this one?
Yeah, and we did it on purpose. Like, I very specifically made this bet because I wanted to not feel like I got burnt by the Chiefs again and their voodoo magic, and we had to find another pick, and we weren't sure who was playing quarterback for the Bengals or the Cardinals. Shit happens.
Fair enough. I don't think we would make this one again.
Hell no. I would never make this bet again.
Next game, a nice winner. We had the Seattle Seahawks over the Washington Commanders at -3. That was a 2-unit bet. We won 1.82 units.
My only regret is that it wasn't 3 units. This game went quite exactly as I predicted it would, and Jaden Daniels exposed himself before breaking his arm. And can we talk about something real quick? I'm only doing it here because it's a safer place than Twitter. Did people kind of act like Jaden Daniels died on the field because he broke his fucking arm?
Yeah.
It looked disgusting. I'll give you guys that. It was gruesome and gross to see, but sure. This same injury happened to Khalil Mack and he was back 4 weeks later this year, and nobody had a funeral. We didn't openly weep, light candles. The reaction was like Barstool Sports was tweeting like, oh my god, such a travesty, prayers up. And it's like, what the fuck did you guys think happened? He dislocated his elbow. You'll pop it back in. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of those that is very gruesome, and like to imagine it happening to yourself is like, oh, that's got to be so incredibly painful and gross.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like it's his non-throwing arm. Like, what the fuck does he need his left arm for?
Like I said, friend of the podcast, Restore the Roar, he had the same fucking injury happen to him this summer. No surgery. They just pop it back into place. 3 weeks, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine if you dislocate it like really bad, you might have to have surgery to like repair some of the tendons and everything.
So that's the thing. If you tear a tendon, obviously you have to have basically Tommy John. Terrible. Mm-hmm. And if you break a bone, it can make things a real fucking mess. But oftentimes, usually, that's not the case. So, like, it's totally plausible that Jaden Daniels is back by Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they will, just because at that point, who knows what their record is like. And it's like, do you really want to bring him back for the last month of a lost season when he dislocated his elbow?
I would imagine that there's no circumstance under which Jaden Daniels plays much this year because either A, they lose out a bunch, it is proven that Jaden Daniels is really consequential to their team, and there's no reason to bring him back because they're not going to make the playoffs. Or B, Marcus Mariota balls out, drags this team to playoff contention, and then why would you play Jaden Daniels? Let him heal up. Apparently Marcus Mariota is hot as fuck. And then you get a soft benching, and I get to laugh my way to the bank.
Yeah, that would be interesting if Mariota plays really well. And then Daniels is back, what they end up doing. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's a gruesome injury, but it's not ultimately that consequential. Sucks for him. But yeah, people were a little bit acting like he died. This is like Romeo Dobbs talking about Tucker Kraft.
Dude,
did you see that?
First of all, I did not see that. But second of all, I was updating the Cliff cycle while Jaden Daniels was breaking his arm. So like I left the game, which I was watching on my phone, to go make the Cliff cycle graphic and move the Washington Commanders from falling in love with their limited quarterback that Cliff is spamming the good plays for to why isn't Cliff calling the good plays? Why is he sabotaging our beautiful boy? And as I posted it, Commanders fans, who are somehow always on my page despite never following me, are tweeting like, you're a real piece of shit. How could you rage bait at a time like this? And I'm like, oh fuck, what happened? Did somebody snipe him in the head from the stands? No, he broke his arm. This happens. Yeah. But still, unfortunate. You'd love to see Jaden Daniels stay healthy so he could continue to prove me right that he sucks. But alas, he gets to sit on the bench and people will pretend he didn't suck this year, even though he did.
Yeah, as far as the bet, we nailed it. The Seahawks defense is great. They ran all over them, and Sam Darnold continues to play really, really good football.
Yeah, some people were trying to excuse Sam Darnold's excellent play and be like, oh, dudes were wide open. And it's like, well, yeah, if you're wide open 35 yards downfield, like the quarterback still got to hit him in stride. And he did. It was really fucking impressive. It was S tier performance.
Yeah, I mean, he was perfect through the first half, and the game was pretty much over at that point.
Is that all? Oh, we have one more bet.
Two more.
Two more bets. Oh my God.
We had our conditional bet. We had Arizona over Dallas if Jacoby Brissett plays. That was a +3.5 spread. 1 unit bet. We won 0.91 units. Joe, all over this one.
Yeah, it was great. The EDP model, Sportfolio Kings, says that the Cowboys actually deserve to win. And I can see how they get there. The Cowboys the Cowboys went for it on 3 fourth down attempts in the red zone when they could have kicked easy field goals. They missed a field goal, and yeah, it was the longest field goal in history, but also we know Brandon Aubrey has way more leg than that. It was just an unlucky kick. That being said, the Cowboys did score a touchdown on a blocked punt. I don't know. I could go either way, but as long as we're catching points, I think I'd make this bet again. Granted, this Cowboys team no longer exists because half their defense is new.
Is what they got: Quinnen Williams, Joe Tryon, Shoyanka.
No, Joe Tryon's Bear.
Oh, right. Who else did they get?
Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson. Somehow didn't address their secondary, which is their only fucking issue.
They did well in those trades, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they turned Micah Parsons into Quinnen Williams and
Kenny
Clark and a first-round pick. That's fucking excellent dealing. It's just, it's not going to matter because you have no secondary.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, you kind of, on this one overall, we just used the Kyler overrated glitch and went, okay, Jacoby Brissett is actually a better quarterback. We're going to get a better line because he's the backup. Roll with it.
And would you look at that? Kyler Murray's ankle injury is going to be 4 to 8 weeks, depending on how well Jacoby Brissett keeps playing.
Yeah. But that was a good win. Again, just kind of used that quarterback factor to see what was going to happen. Played the number. We had one final bet. It was our bonus bet. San Francisco over the Giants, -2.5. That was a half unit bet. 1.45 units.
Sportfolio Kings thinks this should have been a tie. And you know what? I don't know. I didn't watch this game. I just know that Jackson Dart fucking sucks, and I don't respect him. That's it. That was my handicap. It worked.
Yeah. This one was just tier difference with a close line. Let's see what happens.
And you can argue all you want that the game should have been closer than it was, but the fact of the matter is it was a fucking blowout. Like, it's not like this was a close game.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was a good bet, clean bet. Again, I think this week our big problem was just unit allocation, like 1.5 on Kansas City, too much.
Yeah, it should have been a 1.
We have to not be afraid to go for 3 units.
Well, we're halfway through the season, so Alex, I think that there's a 3 unit bet out there this week.
Hell yeah. And then also
it may or may not be in the most exciting possible game.
That's fun. Oh, is it the Joe Bowl?
It may or may not be in the Joe Bowl.
All right. Well, that wraps up week 9. Week we would like to forget. You ready to move on?
Let's do week 10.
I can say it.
The worst part is that by the time they realize their quarterback that they loved is bad, they don't ever stop to think like, damn, Joe was right. They say, Joe, admit you were wrong, and then everything changed miraculously for no reason, and now you seem right, but you're not because you're an idiot.
Well, yeah, because they've spent 2 years telling you that you don't know ball and you don't watch anything, and oh, damn, you do this for a living? You must be broke.
Homie, I still have Dolphins fans telling me I'm, shall we say, the Italian word for slow because I said Tua was going to be a bust.
Yeah. Hey, and that's the fun part of it is that every single year you get like 4 new teams just because there are a handful of quarterbacks that come in every year that are highly touted or just get drafted high and fan bases put a lot of hope in them. And the majority of the time, they're bad.
They suck. They're all bad.
You might get one guy that's good or just even startable.
This is the really fun thing. Every year, maybe every other year, there's one quarterback who's actually decent or at least like worth starting. And then I say like, hey, Will Levis is worth starting. I don't know if he's great, but he's enough. And then Titans fans fucking hate me because they don't want to believe it's true. Or Saints fans fucking hate me because they don't want to believe Tyler Shuck is a guy.
Yeah, but so you're just always fighting these battles. And even once, you still have 2 people, but like a few years ago, it was all the what are now Commanders fans in your mentions used to be Dolphins fans.
Yeah.
And it just changes what team now hates you.
Yeah, no, and it's fun because now there's like multiple at once, right? Like a couple years ago, everybody's like, admit you're wrong, CJ Stroud's elite. Was I wrong? I don't feel like I was wrong. Like, oh, admit you're wrong. Tua's elite. Joe Burrow's elite. Everybody's
I was gonna
elite. It's
say-
like, nobody's. Joe fucking Flacco at 41 is better than Joe Burrow. That's sad. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe Burrow was definitely one where you used to have a lot more Bengals fans and stuff, and then the Jake Browning stuff happened, and that quieted them a little bit, but not too much because they were still like, oh, they were calling the good plays. They changed the offense for him. But now really with Flacco going in there and scoring 40 points, it's like, okay, maybe it really is just the receivers and the ability to be like, hey, I have two elite receivers. If I just throw the ball in their direction, we're going to score a lot of points.
Remember when I said Kyler Murray was a bust, and now he's been benched for Jacoby Brissett, and everybody is saying, well, he was really good. It's not his fault. He got worse because he Call of Duty. No, dude. He lost Cliff Kingsbury. He lost an easy gimmick system. Fuck you. Nothing changed. Everything's the same. The surroundings changed. You don't know. It's not more water because you put it in a smaller cup.
This
See,
is a
I
fun
don't-
intro to week 10.
I don't like when people on Twitter interact with me.
Which is so shocking because you interact with people on Twitter so much.
I want to talk football so badly, but then everybody that talks football doesn't really know how to think or speak. They're basically, we're not going to get into this is the other problem is they're always like, you just resort to insults. It's like, no, you say dumb shit that literally doesn't make sense in English. It's not insulting to say that doesn't make fucking sense, learn English.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. You fire back at people, and even I used to be like, I don't know, man, you're pretty aggressive. Like I understand why people would think that you're kind of a jerk. And then you were like, pay attention to how they're starting the conversation with me. And then I started to, and it's like almost all of them start with someone going like, you're a fucking idiot. How can you even think that? You're so stupid. And then you attack back at them and they're like, whoa, why are you being such a dick?
My favorite is when they're like, you're fucking broke pussy in your mom's basement. You fucking suck at this. There's a reason you don't make any money. And I'm like, you want to compare paychecks? And they're like, yo, why would you brag about how much money you make? That's cringe. I'm like, you did this.
It's a real Mugatu situation. Crazy pills and all.
I think that should count as our Raiders Broncos analysis.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, like,
Week 10.
you can't lay 9 points with the least valuable player in football, Bo Nix. Therefore, next game.
You're doing the thing again where I don't see any of these.
Oh, I forgot to share my screen.
Yeah. So Thursday night game, I'm assuming, is the Raiders going to play the Broncos?
Yeah, and like the Raiders are
Yeah,
lean because Bo Nix can't possibly score 9 points in a whole game, right? But at the same time, every once in a while, Bo Nix connects on 2 of 3 deep balls.
Yeah. And also I worry about Geno giving the Broncos a few points.
Certainly.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really want to bet on the Raiders
Let's
on to
just
Sunday.
go to España.
Sunday, another international morning game. We're back. You thought you were free. Not really. Where is this one in Spain?
Yeah, it's in España.
Where in Spain?
It's all Spain.
In Spain, we have the Atlanta Falcons going to play the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are -6.
You would think that dating that Spanish girl in college would make me understand Spain more, but really all I know is that they have paella.
It's a good thing to know. I've never had it, but I've heard it's delicious.
Oh, dude, you've never had paella?
No.
Oh, there's a spot in Chicago. We'll get you some fucking paella.
There was the lady worked right by a paella place that everyone told her was very good.
I mean, dude, if you go to a
But-
farmer's market, I'm pretty sure you can find paella. It's okay. Take shrimp fried rice from a Chinese restaurant.
Sure.
Make it kind of Spanish and take out the shrimp and the peas and the egg and replace it with shrimp and mussels and sausage.
So you take out the shrimp and then you add shrimp?
Different kind of shrimp.
Oh,
It's kind of like jambalaya, but less southern and spicy.
I like that.
Like a more flavorful, better for you jambalaya. It's fucking good. Anyway, the Falcons are maddening, mostly because Michael Penix. And the Colts are kind of stacked. I lean to the Colts, but at the same time, 6 is a lot of points to lay, and the Falcons are not inept because like at any given moment, Drake London could just take over a game the way he did against the Patriots.
Yeah, he's really morphing into what we thought he would be when he got drafted, of like, if a ball goes in his direction, he's catching it. It's like when prime Mike
Draft
Evans.
Twitter told me that Drake London couldn't separate and it wasn't actually that good at the catch point.
Yeah, that was silly.
Is anybody ever right about anything ever except for us?
I don't know, man. We've been losing a lot in the pod, so
I know.
back to this game. I feel the Colts feel like the right side, but it feels scary because of what happened last week.
There's better value to be had.
Right. Like if you throw out last week, then it's still a good number, but like even then it's still not great. So I mean I guess we could put it maybe, but I don't really want to bet on it, especially because it's a weird international game. And in Spain, have they played one in Spain before?
First game in Spain.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen to all these, especially if they're in a cool part of Spain. Those clubs are open until 5 a.m.
I would imagine it's the only part of Spain.
There are several parts of Spain.
Really? I know slightly more about Spain than I'm letting on, but I mean, it's got to be in Madrid.
Or Barcelona. Barcelona's cool too. Madrid's like kind of like capital, like obviously still a lot happening.
If only we had access to some kind of tool that could immediately tell us.
Or they're doing up at, what is that, Northwest Spain, where like they don't even consider themselves Spanish and like don't speak Spanish.
It's in Madrid.
What? But that says it's the Dolphins versus the Commanders.
This game's not in Spain, obviously.
Is it in Germany? Because I thought it was in Germany, but
Oh, dude, it's totally in Germany.
then you said Spain, and I was like, okay, I don't really know.
They were just doing a whole big thing about how it's the first game in Spain.
In 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks. Showdown in Germany, in Berlin. Fuck.
This might explain why we're losing money.
SS Miragal.
A place you know even less about.
No, I know. I speak German.
I know.
Mostly only when I'm drunk, but I can do it.
Does any of your calculus change now that they're in Germany?
Yes, because you see, last weekend was Reformation Sunday. Shout out Martin Luther, the true most based God, which is a little blasphemous and ironic.
We do
Martin
so
Luther
much
like
work.
more?
We do so much work to avoid politics, and here you go, trying
This
to
is religion is different.
restart the troubles.
Wait, did Martin Luther do the Troubles?
No, but I mean that was Catholics versus Protestants. So that was like kind of the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know anything about your bullshit people. I really don't.
Well, then I mean Germany had their own version. It was just like in 1500.
And then again, like 80 years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
different kind.
Yeah. So we're going to not talk about this game anymore. It's the kind of atrocity we'd all like to move on from, but for some reason we can't. Next game.
Back to the U.S. Kicking off the early slate, we have the Cleveland Browns going to play the New York Jets. The Browns are -2.5.
All right, we have to handicap the most disgusting game in the history of the league.
I don't want to.
I'm looking for reasons not to bet on the Browns. I would like to bet on the Browns. It's time for us to get serious and stop fucking around. So
The Browns offense is horrible.
there's no one left on the Jets.
It's true. But like the Browns offense is so bad that to a certain extent it feels like just the fact that there's another team on the field, regardless of the talent of that other team, means that they will mess up.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel has disappointed me. Not that I thought he would be good, but I was like, oh, he's polished and alive. He'll be fine in the Kevin Stefanski offense. I'm shocked at how bad he's been. I thought he'd be bad. I didn't think anyone would ever really look this bad.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the tools. It's what happens when you have weak-armed quarterbacks. But the issue is that he also just isn't really reading stuff or being accurate either.
Yeah, he's a small, weak-armed quarterback. It's not good.
Yeah.
The Browns' offense doesn't make it that easy on him either, just because the offensive line is, a little bit. It's been beat up all year and it's been very inconsistent. And then the receivers, it's Jerry Jeudy and a bunch of guys who don't belong in the league.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy is back to the drops problem.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. He needs to be a second and third level threat, and you know what Dylan Gabriel can't do? Target those.
Yeah.
That being said, genuinely, I mean it when I say there's not a single good starter left on the Jets defense.
Yes, they completely threw in the towel today.
Yeah, and there's going to be a residual effect, right? It's like people are going to get sad and stop caring.
Absolutely. I mean, even they already had players that were like tweeting, like Breece Hall was going through it.
Yeah, Breece Hall like begged to be traded, and the Chiefs wouldn't give up a third-round pick for him. It's kind of dumb on everybody's part.
Yeah.
If I'm Breece Hall, I hate the Chiefs more than I hate the Jets right now. Like, shut the fuck up and give me the fucking. It's your third rounder is not going to matter. Anyway, one of these teams has an elite defense.
Yeah.
Both of these teams have shit offenses. Both of these teams have, although the Jets got A.D. Mitchell, that's huge. Not that Justin Fields could hit him if he was open, but it is huge.
Yeah, and I mean, the Denzel Ward is kind of perfect to play with him.
True, but
I'm trying to remember if the Browns liked matching Ward up against Garrett Wilson or they like specifically didn't line them up against each other.
in theory, it sounds like a perfect matchup.
Yeah, but for some reason, I feel like it was always like Newsome or Emerson or the last couple years.
You know what we're going to do? The Browns are going to win this game because Quinshon Judkins is going to have 150 fucking yards.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm
They're
fine
going
with
to
it.
run the ball every single fucking play, and if it works and they score 2 touchdowns, they win. Whereas the Jets have almost no hope of possibly moving the ball.
Yeah, because I think, typically the Browns run into the problem of their offense is so bad that even though the defense is great, they run out of gas and there's only so much they can do against a bunch of short fields and 15 drives. But the Jets' offense is terrible. They're going to take themselves off the field just fine. So yeah, I'm good with that.
I don't
Browns
know if it'll be a full
-2.5.
unit bet, but I think that's got to be at least a bonus bet.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, it feels insane to bet on the Browns as a road favorite, but the Jets just had one of the great trade deadline sell-offs probably in NFL history.
And Justin Fields was crying in a closet 10 days ago because he thought his career was over. That's not an exaggeration. That's not a euphemism.
I know, I saw that too, and I was like, good for you for sharing your vulnerabilities, but also like maybe, I don't know, don't tell people that one.
As a religious man, it really got to me. Like, he's on his fucking knees crying, praying to God, asking him what to do better. I get it. I've been broken up with. But also, Justin, you're making $30 million this year. Chill out a little bit. You can't do this thing. It's okay. You're rich. You never need to work again. Your kids don't really need to work. Chill, man. Or get on the jugs machine. Play wide receiver.
Next game.
Next game.
We have the New Orleans Saints going to play the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are -5.5.
You know what I'm thinking?
Not really.
I'm thinking the Saints are squarely within the realm of possibility here on the money line.
I don't know. I mean, they're just a bad roster and also or just gave up maybe their best receiver.
Definitely their best receiver. But it's not like Chris Olave and Brandon Cooks are nothing. And it's not like Devon Vale's nothing. Like, they have players. They're not as good as Shaheed, but they're there.
But their line is bad. The back end of the defense is horrible.
The Panthers can't rush the passer, so it doesn't matter that the Saints' offensive line is dramatically overrated.
I just don't think they're going to be able to run it all either.
Yeah, they haven't been able to run all year. Alvin Kamara is terrible.
Yeah. Then
Like,
it's just
genuinely,
all on
Alvin
Chuck's
Kamara is
shoulders.
horrible, and people talk about him like he's great, and I don't know why. Dropped 2 balls last week, by the way. Both would have converted third downs into first downs.
It's not ideal.
Tet McMillan is a top 10 receiver, maybe top 8, and the Panthers' offensive line is decent. But Chase Young is back to being Chase Young. He's legitimately very good, and I think you'll have a hard time running against the Saints with Rico Dowdle, just because the Saints have a lot of issues on their defense, but front 7 speed is not one of them. They'll be able to keep up with him. And it's not like this Panthers team is good. Like, they're 5-4, but they're bad, and we know it, and we've watched them be bad. You give me the much better quarterback with similarly dysfunctional and bad teams around them, and 6 points, or 5.5 points. Again, at the very least, I lean to the Saints, and I think I like them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good lean. I just worry. I mean, at 5.5, it's a good number. I just worry because I think the Panthers are going to be able to run the ball pretty well. They'll have Tet to bail them out on some plays, and it's gonna a lot gets put on Shuck's shoulders.
Oh yeah, no, Shuck's gonna have to ball out to win this game.
And it's his second game, so I don't know if I love it just because it feels like a lot of pressure to put on him right away. Where even if they're not like drastically outclassed, the Panthers are still a better team right now.
No, I totally agree, and I don't like Kellen Moore as a coach either. He's very conservative and bad. But and I don't love this game, but I lean to it at the least, and I think it might be worth putting like half a unit on the money line.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll come back to it. Plenty of games to talk about still. Next up, we have the Buffalo Bills going to play the Miami Dolphins. The Bills are -9.5.
The Bills lost this week when they refused to trade for Rashid Shaheed, but they will win this game. Next.
Yeah, it's crazy that that's all that Shaheed ended up costing, but
I mean, he's a rental, but still, the Bills need him so bad, and this is their fucking Super Bowl window, and they're just not doing anything about it.
yeah, it's wild. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars going to play the Houston Texans. Texans are -1.
Kind of want to take them.
Testing your
want to take
metal
the
right now.
Texans.
So we're passing on this game?
Kind of want to take the Texans.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So the way I see it is the Texans have an elite defense, right?
Yeah.
The Jaguars have an elite nothing and a bad defense.
I mean, they can run the ball pretty well.
That's true. The Jaguars can run the fuck out of the football. But how do you run the football against that front? Let me bring up that fucking roster. That front is, I just got a short burst of energy through my fever.
I feel like that front is more like pass rush oriented than stopping the run. Like they're still good at stopping the run, but
Tell that to 310 pounds of Sheldon Rankins and 320 pounds of Tim Settle. I'll grant you that their edges are both speed rushers.
yeah. I mean, like I said, they're still good in the run, but like Jacksonville's really good in the run game. That I don't think they're going to be able to like shut them out or anything. Like
No,
Jacksonville's still going to be able to move the ball.
Jacksonville's going to run the ball well against anybody, but you've got a very good pass rush against a quarterback who loves to panic anyway. You've got receivers who constantly drop balls against really good defensive backs. And when you flip the ball, do you notice what the Jaguars don't really do very well? They don't get after the passer. And if you don't get after CJ Stroud and or Davis Mills, they'll carve you up. Do we know if CJ Stroud is cleared to play? Because if we get Davis Mills, we have to bet the Texans will get crazy value.
I think if it was Davis Mills, this number would be a lot different.
I agree. 9 hours ago, CJ Stroud got a critical injury update. What does that mean? The critical injury update is that D'Amico Ryan said, I spoke to him last night and he's feeling a little better. We'll see how the week goes and how he progresses throughout the week. That's not an update, Toro Times, you fucking liars, you bad people. Okay, here's what I think we should do, because it is only Tuesday night. And that's just not fair to us. We should bet on the Texans, but we get whatever the line is, whatever the best line is. So if it's -1 right now and we bet it and CJ Stroud plays and that's the best it is, we get -1. If CJ Stroud is announced out anytime between now and Friday, we get Davis Mills. Or we get the Davis Mills price, you know?
Yeah.
So if this shoots up to +3, we get that.
But if it stays at -1, we're still taking it at -1.
Correct. Because I like this with Stroud or Mills. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Fuck yeah, homie. Houston, first official bet, although it is a contingency bet. This is a weird week.
Yeah.
When I plug this into our spreadsheet, the abbreviations read Hugh Jacks, and that reminds me of Hugh Jass.
I thought you were going to say Hugh Jackson.
I forgot about him.
I saw him in a Chipotle once.
Welcome to Oblivion, Hugh Jackson.
His head is huge.
Yeah, we get -1. Dope as hell. Next game?
Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens going to play the Minnesota Vikings. The Ravens are -4.
Thoughts?
I mean, Ravens is a 4-point road favorite. That seems a little high for a team that was like god awful for pretty much this entire year.
Especially when you consider that half of their not god awful games were with Snoop Huntley as quarterback. So it kind of doesn't apply at all.
Yeah, like the Ravens won last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and for the most part in the first half against the Dolphins, they looked underwhelming again. Until Tua started doing that thing where he pees on himself.
Right. And so it's the Dolphins at this point. I don't think we should really take too much away of like the Ravens are back.
I don't
know. I mean, I definitely lean Vikings because it's 4 points. They're a little bit healthier.
That would be why I love the Vikings.
Yeah. McCarthy looked solid last week. I mean, I don't feel like they asked him to do like a ton, but he still looked good and definitely looked better than what they've had throughout this season. So, I mean, I think Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, the key for me is that the Vikings offensive line is finally healthy. And despite the fact that it was finally healthy, JJ McCarthy still got pressured on 60% of dropbacks last week, which makes his relative efficiency so much more impressive. These Ravens are a lot worse than the Lions on both sides of the ball, really. I love the Vikings here.
Yeah, I think it's a good bet. That number seems weird.
That's a 2-unit bet. The reason the number is where it is because A, most people think JJ McCarthy still sucks, and B, people are baking in the entire year of underwhelming from the Vikings, but they're ignoring the entire year of underwhelming from the Ravens. With one win this year, when the Ravens are like 1-4, they were still favorited to win the NFC North or AFC North. Meanwhile, the Vikings are 4-4 and people are ready to throw them away. If JJ McCarthy can play decent starting quarterback football, this Vikings team will win 12 games.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I agree with you in that it seems like we're punishing the Vikings, but not really punishing the Ravens. Maybe just like belief in Lamar, because like both of these teams have been very good the last couple of years.
Lamar is a name brand. JJ McCarthy is a hated name brand. Like JJ McCarthy is like Spam. It doesn't matter if Spam is tasty. People have an idea in their head about Spam and it being gross. Turns out, oh no, it's just super salty bologna pate. How terrible. No, we all fucking love the taste of of it, but you don't want to be told it's spam. Lamar Jackson is tartare. It's the same fucking thing as spam, but it has a fancy name. So when you eat it, you bite your fucking cheek and you say, it's so good and refined and I like it because I'm fancy. But you don't like it.
I've only had spam in like hot pots and things like that.
I have a
never just
remarkable
had.
track history of dating women who love spam.
And you don't even date a lot of Asian.
None of them were Asian, technically. My last 3 girlfriends all love eating spam. None of them poor, none of them Asian.
There's something there. There's a connection there.
Yeah, they like me.
Regardless,
2 units on Minnesota.
tentative best bet.
It's not our best bet, but it'll be a best bet. There's one on here that should we skip to the Joe Bowl?
No, we should continue
In
as
the
we
exact
normally
order
do.
that is allotted to us?
So we don't have to skip. Why did you do that to me? Now I
Because
feel
I didn't
silly.
know. I didn't know.
Next up, we have the Joe Bowl. The New England Patriots and Drake May go to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. The Bucks are -2.5.
And the Bucks are also wearing the creamsicle jerseys. Keep that in mind.
But
The Bucks may be our best bet of the week.
yeah,
We saw it last week perfectly. The Patriots are a really bad team with a really good quarterback and very average coaching. The Patriots have a bad offensive line. Like, Will Campbell got abused by Jalen fucking Walker last week. That can't happen. And you know who's better than Jalen Walker? Everybody. So it's going to happen again and again. People have been trying to denigrate Drake May's MVP caliber season because the Patriots haven't played anybody. And while they haven't played anybody, that has nothing to do with Drake May and everything to do with the rest of the Patriots offense. So people have been talking about the emergence of Keyshawn Boutte, who we love to say his name. It's very fun, but he's not good. It's just that he's getting open because they're playing the Panthers, the Titans, other teams of that nature, like the Saints. Like, you're playing shit teams with no pass rush and bad corners. So you're average on their best day wide receivers are going to get open more often than they typically should. Now Keyshawn Boutte has to go up against Jamel Dean, excellent corner. Zion McCollum, excellent corner. Benjamin Morrison, excellent rookie corner. He's not going to get open. Similar with Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs has been good this year against bad teams. He's not going to get open against good defenses. And it's not that Drake May is throwing these wide open passes. It's not that Drake May is throwing these wide open passes to receivers who are having a picnic in the end zone, right? It's that his bad receivers are getting separation where they otherwise wouldn't. So it's a regular sized NFL window. It's just that he's not going to get regular sized NFL windows against good defenses or even good teams because his receivers just aren't like that. Additionally, I'm not saying Anthony Nelson and Yaya Diaby are anything special, but they're better than Jalen fucking Walker. And if Jalen Walker and a little bit of creative blitzing can run, ram shot over this offensive line, the Bucks are going to get a lot of pressure on Drake May. And I love Drake May. I really think he's the best quarterback in the NFL right now as we speak. He also loves to fumble. He fumbles a lot. If he fumbles, the Buccaneers take advantage. There's not a chance in hell the Patriots come back. Because we flip to the other side of the ball, the Patriots probably won't have Christian Gonzalez in this game, and if they do, he's banged up. What do you notice about this pass rush from the Patriots?
it's bad.
It's not good, so it doesn't matter that Charlie Heck plays like heck. Apparently, Luke Gadecki comes back next week, probably not this week. There's a chance he comes back this week, but it's probably next week. Doesn't matter. The Patriots can't stop the run that well. The Patriots can't rush the passer very well. The Patriots start Carlton Davis. You think Baker Mayfield won't know to target Carlton Davis? I bet he does. And after the bye, I expect Tez Johnson to have cleaned up a lot of those mental issues he was having in his first couple starts. I think the Buccaneers receivers will A, be as healthy as they've been in a while, and B, know what the fuck they're doing. And I think Baker's going to get right back to his MVP ways. I think Baker and the Bucs win by 14 in this game. I don't think the Patriots put up a ton of fight, and I think that Baker Mayfield puts himself right back in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, for me, it's that the Bucks, they're not going to let the Patriots run. They've got really good back end, coverage. So it's going to be Drake May has to be very special for them to just score some points. And on the other side, sure, the Patriots defense has some players and they played all right, but this is a somewhat healthy Bucks team coming off the bye. I think they're going to be primed and ready to go. So I think it's just going to be very hard for the Patriots to keep up with them. And Drake May's going to have to be perfect against a good defense.
Yeah, and again, it's it's not that it's a good defense, Drake May won't be able to handle the pressure or the disguise. It's his shitty receivers are not ever going to be open.
Yeah. So I like it. 2 units, 3 units.
I'm torn. Let's do 2 for now. We might go up to 3. We'll see what else is out there.
Fair enough. Next game, we have the New York Giants going to play the Chicago Bears in the final game of the early slate. The Bears are -3.5.
Any thoughts?
Not really. I mean, I would maybe lean slightly Bears just because I think the Giants are bad and it's a home team, but at 3.5 with what we've seen Caleb Williams do this season, I don't even know if that's that's safe. Plus the Bears defense keeps getting more hurt and put in worse situations.
But Alex, they added Joe Tryon.
He couldn't even play for the Browns.
Well, that's the one position where it's actually hard to play for the Browns.
Not really, it's Miles, but the other side is like they've got a bunch of dudes that are solid mostly because they play opposite Miles Garrett. Regardless, he's not a needle mover. Like the Giants are bad, but 3.5.
Yeah, no,
right?
I'm totally with you. I lean to the Giants. I can't bet on the Bears.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
we
believe
just
in
talked
Caleb
about
Williams.
this.
I certainly don't believe in this defense.
Yeah, like we just talked about it with the Bears. Of Caleb Williams is in saboteur territory, and 3 in the hook. It's not worth it. On to the late slate.
Sorry about this game. This game made me have to piss.
First game in the late slate, we have the Arizona Cardinals going to play the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are -6.5.
And isn't it a goddamn shame that we finally get starter Jacoby Brissett? Now he has to walk into a buzzsaw.
Yeah, that's tough. Seahawks are rolling.
Yeah, I think it's... Oh, that's weird. Zoom wants me to use my phone camera. I didn't give you permission to do that shit. Yeah, no, I can't bet this game. The Seahawks are great, but the Cardinals are not bad. And we saw this Cardinals team cover this size of a spread with a worse quarterback earlier in the year.
Yeah, like, and their defense is solid. Jonathan Gannon is a good defensive coordinator.
Well, and Will Johnson is so good. He fell to the second round because injuries, but then he has never missed a game. So, good job, doctors. You fucking suck.
Cardinals are probably thrilled. I agree with you. I don't want to bet on this game. The Seahawks are going to win, but It's a divisional game. The Cardinals are playing, relatively well right now, and it's a touchdown. So I think we leave it. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions going to play the Washington Commanders. The Lions -9.
I want to do it.
Mariota commies with a depleted team.
You know why we're not going to do it?
Perception is reality.
Yes. The Commanders players feel like they all just got shot right in the mother.
Yeah, I mean, they just watched their quarterback die on the field.
He definitely didn't even just a little bit break his arm. He's not even fine right now as we speak.
What do you mean? He's at rest. He's in a better place now.
I can't bet this game.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But I want to bet this game. But it's exactly like you said. Perception's reality. All the players are going to be distraught. Maybe in this game, Mariota just wills them to be a moral victory, and that's enough for them to get up next week. But this week, they're going to be dead inside.
Yeah, and the Lions are just going to be able to maul them.
Yeah, the Commanders' defense is putrid. It's not better than the Dallas defense.
Yeah, it is terrible. And the duct tape they slapped on last season has finally, one, gotten older and more useless, and two, had to play real competition, and it has not held up.
The duct tape held up great when it was, indoors, and then it got brought outdoors and used.
Closing out the late slate, we have the Los Angeles Rams going to play the San Francisco 49ers. The Rams are -3.5.
Sometimes we record this podcast too early, and sometimes we record it too late, because Sunday night I got Rams -3, and I was super duper joyous about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the play. 3.5 obviously gets a little dicey, but Matt Stafford is absolutely shoving.
Yeah, no, Matt Stafford is the most consistent B+ you could ever imagine every fucking week, and he has been for 4 years. I feel so bad for Matt Stafford because he's never won an MVP, but he's always been a top 5 quarterback, and just every single time one guy ahead of him retires, a new guy comes in, so it's oh, Tom Brady finally retires, Matt Stafford finally gets to be the best quarterback in the NFL. Ah, fuck, Tom Brady unretired. Well, there it goes. Oh, Tom Brady retired for real this time, but oh, fuck, Josh Allen finally turned into Josh Allen. Yeah, there you go. You're not the best. He's always 2 or 3. I love Matt Stafford. Remember, there was a time where this is one of my first, they called me crazies. Do you remember in college, I think it was our sophomore, maybe junior year, when I lived with that Lions fan who we are so fond of.
Mm-hmm.
And I got roasted for saying that Matt Stafford was as good or better than Russell Wilson. Whoops.
I do, which is insane.
And then people said, admit you're wrong. And I said, I'm not fucking wrong. I'm never fucking wrong. Yeah, Russell Wilson has literally played 2 good games in the NFL since then. Not a joke. The 49ers defense is still putrid. They still have no pass rush whatsoever. They did nothing to really fix that. I want the Rams, but I don't want to lay 3.5.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I really like the Rams. 3.5 just scares me and just feels like one of those games where we're sitting there just like watching, going, oh, this is going to end at, 4.
Yeah, this is a game where the Rams are up 10 and they're totally content with 2 minutes left to let Mac Jones drive down the field and backdoor cover.
Yep. I mean,
Which
the
is
only
why-
other thing is we could tie it with the Bills.
That's what I already did. I bet Broncos money line tied to Rams -1.5, and that's -110.
Same. Or Commanders, or not Commanders, Lions playing the Commanders.
I don't want to do that because I don't want to step in front of the Mariota train.
They have nobody left. They're dead inside.
He's so much better at quarterback than almost everybody else.
Yeah, but they're still not gonna be able to win that game.
By the way, the Mariota shit has been very validating to me because a lot of my followers on Twitter lately have been saying like, I love your shit, but I always thought you were kind of crazy when it came to Burrow and Mariota. And lately I've been realizing that you're very correct about Burrow and Mariota. And I've just been Elmo fire emoji the entire fucking weekend because of it. People are starting to notice.
It's welcome. Okay, so are we making an official Rams tied with Broncos money line or Bills money line?
Should we do Bills or should we do Broncos? You pick.
I don't want that responsibility. You don't
You
want me to
earned
make
it.
any other decisions. Probably the Bills because the Dolphins are completely thrown apart and we know Josh Allen's going to be good. Whereas
You don't
the
have to worry about
Broncos-
Josh Allen missing all of his first 8 passes.
Yeah, whereas the Broncos, we still could get sabotaged by Bo Nix.
The most poisonous player in all of football.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Bills money line, parlay that bitch with Rams -1.5. That's -110. It's actually -109.
It was Rams minus what?
1.5.
Okay.
Make that bitch 2 units.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
On to Sunday night, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers going to play the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are -2.5.
I saw some really melodramatic tweets this weekend about the Chargers offensive line and people saying what they're willing to give up to save it. And your life matters, unless I've told you otherwise. I'm just kidding. I'm not the arbiter of whether or not your life matters. That being said, this offensive line is such a wreck.
It's miserable.
Like
They have
Trey
nobody
Pipkins
left.
is, we're just using PFF grades real quick. I don't agree with all of them, but let's just use them for effect. Trey Pipkins is the 4th worst tackle in football. He's your starting right tackle. The 5th worst guard in football is your starting right guard. The worst center in the entire NFL is your center. Zion Johnson is guard number 47, which means he's one of the worst starters. And Jamari Salyer is arguably your best starting offensive lineman. He's at left tackle. He's the 54th ranked guard playing tackle.
Did they trade for
They traded
Penning?
for
Trevor Penning,
Trevor
right?
Penning. Here's a problem with him.
He's bad.
Singular most brain-dead human that lives on this planet. Despite freakish size and athleticism, he still can't figure out what a pass block is, much less how to do it. Great in the run game, special in the run game. Read my fucking lips. Clinically in every other facet of the game. False starts? Yeah. Blown protections? Oh, you better believe it. Missing his punches for no reason at all. Why not? Guys gotta have a little fun. The man does nothing at a level that you would expect a senior in high school in the state of Texas to do. But he can run block, and he's mean.
Something.
So Justin Herbert's gonna have to just do magic fucking shit against TJ Watt, who looks back, and Cam Hayward, who looks back, and Alex Highsmith, who looks back. That's a fearsome fucking pass rush, and Justin Herbert has to face it with fat guys. If you add Joe Alt to this mix, I suddenly love the Chargers in this game,
But you can't
but you can't do that.
because they're doing surgery on him.
Yeah. So, Lad McConkey, Quentin Johnson, they're going to eat. Keenan Allen, he'll get all the slop underneath. I love Aronde Gadsden, actually, though. And not just because he has beautiful eyes.
Is it because his family made the flag?
What?
Gadsden flag? Isn't that how isn't it spelled the same way?
What the fuck is a Gadsden flag?
I think that's the Don't Tread on Me.
No way.
I could be wrong. I might feel very silly in a second. Or it's just, or it's the join or die. I don't know.
But that's
It
him?
might mean several things. I don't actually know. I've just heard it used in reference to all of those like old colonial flags.
I'm not one of you hick motherfuckers from the South, so I don't really know about these kinds of things.
We are from like identical
Ohio is the
north
South.
south.
Ohio is the South. 95% of Illinois landmass is the South. Things that are not the South include New England and cities.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm a city boy. Suburbs of California, the gay South.
I was about to say, it's to the south.
I got asked about my chakras at a store last week. I haven't really recovered.
What'd you tell him?
I bit my cheek and I said, "You have a nice day now." And then Stalin said, "You have to be nice." And I said, "I could have been so much meaner."
Was this a person asking, like, inquiring about the status of your chakras, or like wanting to read your chakras?
She was just asking about the status of my chakras. She's like, "Which chakras do you use the most?" And I was like, "None." I was like, "I don't really do that."
I'm unfamiliar with these World of Warcraft characters.
We were in fucking Sausalito, just like walking around. I wanted a fucking croissant. I got really addicted to chocolate croissants in California this week.
Do sound delicious. All right, football. Are we betting on this game?
I'm trying to find reasons to allow myself to bet on the Chargers as I so desire. There's not any good ones. I shouldn't do it. I want to do it. It's like a chocolate croissant. I want a chocolate croissant, but I also know I can't be fat.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers are just so depleted at the area you absolutely need when you play the Steelers.
It's the one thing you need.
Yeah, so I don't want to bet on them, but at the same time, I'm not betting on the Steelers.
Oh, fuck.
Because
I don't
Aaron
believe in the Steelers
Rodgers
at
is
all.
bad. Their offense hurts me physically.
It's also worth noting that anytime the Steelers play at SoFi, it is a home game for the Steelers.
Sure.
Half of Hollywood is people from Pennsylvania and Ohio.
We're everywhere, baby.
I mean, it's the worst people from Pennsylvania and Ohio, but they are legion.
Um,
You know how many fucking dudes out there I played roller hockey with are like, "Oh yeah, I played Patriot League at fucking Kutztown. Now I'm working on a project actually right now." No, you're not. You were in a commercial on YouTube and you didn't get paid. Shut up, dude. You bust my table yesterday. I saw it.
Nothing wrong with working in a restaurant.
You take
Chasing a
videos
dream.
of you doing deadlifts and you put it on Instagram and say like, "I'm a workout info." You have 20 likes. No, you're not. You're not shit, dude. And you know what? It's not even cool or trendy that you deadlift barefoot anymore. Now it's normal. How about that? And I'm faster than you. Ha! These are old hockey feuds.
I know that you were talking about roller hockey, but I did like to imagine that you were talking about just a foot race. You're just foot racing people when they tell you they're from the Midwest. You're like, "Let's go outside."
I'm 8 years
100
old all
yards.
over again. Dude, I'm even the most fastest kid in this class, okay? That makes me cool, and this is not my girlfriend, because I'm faster than you,
All right, Monday night.
I guess. Oh, dude.
We have the Philadelphia Eagles going to play the Green Bay Packers. The Packers, -2.5.
Bird watcher! I think we go Eagles here.
I was about to say, I like Eagles.
In a battle of shitty quarterbacks that people won't admit suck dick, we take the team with a better offensive line and, well, I guess not a better defensive line anymore. Although I love the Jalen Phillips acquisition. I think that is so stupid that teams weren't jumping all over themselves to get him.
I think they're just afraid because the contract's over at the end of the year.
Well, I've also heard that a lot of teams believe his athleticism has declined significantly since his injuries, but like, hey, he's 26. He'll be fine. He just needed a little time. Watch, now that he's with a winning team, where he has like something to play for, he's going to suddenly explode and look the best he's looked in years. And it's just because like he was healthy and had something to play for.
Yeah. No, I mean,
And
I still like him. He's very productive.
He's fucking incredible. So at the very least, the Eagles have a large body who doesn't get blown off the ball. And in reality, he's a fucking sick top 10, top 15 pass rusher. And they got him for a third round fucking pick that the Dolphins almost certainly will turn into a backup.
Hey, it's no Chris Greer anymore. Who knows?
I don't believe in any NFL GM. They've all proven that they kind of suck.
You know, that's also very valid.
They
Yeah,
should
I mean,
just
I like
hire
it.
me.
The Eagles have played fine. I mean, aren't they coming off a bye?
Coming off a bye, and Jalen Hurts, don't look now, his best 2 games of the year were his last 2 games.
Right. And they've filled, like we've talked about, that their problem on the defense, they don't have any pass rush. And they got a good pass rusher. Plus they helped out the secondary a little bit theoretically.
Is Nolan Smith back?
I have no idea.
No.
And both offenses are productive but hamstrung by the quarterback. I think the Eagles are just a little bit more talented, and the Packers aren't going to be able to just like spam run the ball.
Yeah, and that's what the Packers do. They spam run the ball and they throw screens and they throw deep shots. You know that this year, 32% of Jordan Love's yards are on passes that started behind the line of scrimmage?
Not shocked at all. But I feel like that's tough to pull off against the Eagles because, I mean, now they have a little bit more pass rush, but they still got big old bodies in the middle, and it is hard to run on them.
You can't run against the Georgia manslaughterers. And then you can't throw screens against Zach Bond and Jamel Dean. Not Jamel Dean, Jesus fuck. N'Kobe Dean and Cooper DeJean. Yeah, I think the Packers are fucked. I think the Packers are a bad team with a really good defensive line. No, I think the Packers are a really good team with a terrible quarterback.
I was about to say, I mean, like, the line is solid at worst. The coach is very good.
Yeah.
None of the receivers are stars, but they've got a lot of guys that are good players.
They're 6 deep at receiving options that work.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's just like if Jordan Love could hit deep shots consistently, this bet would scare me.
Remember how I said that Jordan Love gets 31% of his yards on passes that start behind the line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
He's also thrown the most deep shots per pass. He just can't hit any of them.
Yeah. So it's like theoretically that would scare me because the safeties aren't great in Philly and the Packers have a lot of options, but I don't trust Jordan Love. And while I don't really trust Jalen Hurts that much either,
At all.
the Eagles have proven to be able to manufacture some offense, and Jalen Hurts, at least lately, has been playing better than Jordan Love.
Well, I mean, like, Jalen Hurts is worse than Jordan Love, but Jalen Hurts doesn't have to do anything because he could just say, like, oh, A.J. Brown, go and absolutely emasculate and castrate that cornerback on a fade. And it doesn't have to be well thrown, doesn't have to lead the receiver, doesn't even have to be particularly catchable. And fucking A.J. Brown will just go get it. And Micah Parsons is great, but Jordan Mailata can handle. You know, fucking Lane Johnson can handle. And they're all healthy.
Yeah, I mean, they're familiar with him. Like, they've played him twice a year for the last, 4 years?
Yeah, so I love this matchup for the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to win this one pretty clean, if only because I don't trust. Part of the Jordan Love thing is like the Bo Nix thing, where like it's not that Jordan Love's worse than Jalen Hurts, it's that the Eagles know Jalen Hurts sucks, and so they don't use it.
Exactly.
The Packers think that Jordan Love is a franchise quarterback. And he's not. Okay,
Yeah.
So we're going to do Eagles. Oh my God, they're catching 2.5?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Catching points.
Money line. I'm checking.
What are those
money line
odds
as we
at?
speak. They're plus 115. So let's go. Want to go 2 units money line, 1 unit spread?
Damn. Okay. We got a lot of units in play this week.
Good. We need them.
Okay, so 2 units money line plus 115, 1 unit plus 2.5.
Right? Or should we just go 2 on the money line?
I think just 2. I mean, like, I agree with you in general. It's just that Jalen Hurts can sabotage a game, and if Jordan Love hits a couple deep shots, that might flip the whole thing. And then we've got 3 units on, because like 2.5 still doesn't really get us that much. Like if it was 3.5, then sure.
That's what I was
It kind
thinking.
of it helps like cover some of that. But like if they're not winning, they're probably losing by 3 or more. But
No, that's true.
it's up to you.
Okay, let's do the recap now.
I was about to say, because now, like, we can also revisit once we go through our final bets and how much we're betting on everything. Currently, we have, 6 bets?
I have no idea. I haven't even put them all in.
Okay, so first one, which we have to talk about if we want to do it at bonus bet or what, is Cleveland at New York Jets, Cleveland minus 2.5.
Bonus bet? I don't know. You're the Browns whisperer. What do you think?
I think bonus bet because that offense is still atrocious, and even though the Jets just sold everything, the Browns are not a good team, and being a road favorite is still scary. But the Jets threw in the towel so hard that I feel like the Browns just showing up means they're going to win. I say bonus.
Okay.
All right. Then next we have Houston hosting Jackson.
Nope.
We're
Alex,
not doing that one.
I'm going to tell you something that's going to change your mind about this New Orleans bet. Would you like to guess what the odds are on the money line?
Ooh, plus 320.
No, it's plus 200.
You had me excited. I thought it was going to be egregious.
I mean, like plus 200 is kind of fucking egregious to me. Do you think the Saints win this game 1 out of 3 times?
I don't know, man.
Oh, I do.
They just traded their most explosive wide receiver. Their offensive line is bad. The defense, the D-line is good, but everything else is kind of shitty. Like, the Panthers are also not good, but
What
they
is
have,
good
like,
about the
a more... What's that?
What is good about the Panthers?
They've got decent lines.
Yeah, they do have decent lines. Just are
Like-
they a 6-4 team to you?
No, but they're playing the Saints.
Are the Saints a 1-9 team to you?
Kinda.
Oh, I think the Saints are like more of a 3-6 team.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think that's that far off. Like, yeah, maybe they should have 2 or 3 wins, but they're still a bad team.
Okay.
Playing
Yeah,
a
can I
not
sell you
good
on a
team.
bonus bet?
Yeah, I think bonus bet I'm fine with because it's plus 200. I just don't think that's a full bet
Okay.
at money line.
No, I agree. It's not a full bet.
Okay, so are we no longer betting Houston over Jacksonville?
Oh, we are.
Okay, cool.
We're going to wager 10 units this fucking week.
We did last week. All right, so Houston -1 hosting Jacksonville, 1 unit?
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts us at Cleveland -2.5, half unit. Houston -1 unit, and then New Orleans money line plus 200 odds, half unit.
Yeah.
So far. Okay. Then we get into our fun ones, which we have Minnesota hosting Baltimore at +4, 2-unit bet.
Should we sprinkle the money line on them?
What are the odds?
Plus 185.
Yes, I'd be fine splitting it. Or do you want to do 2 on money line and 1 on spread, or 2 spread, 1 money line?
Let's go 0.5 on the money line, 1.5 on the spread, just because catching 4 points is so valuable.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So then Minnesota +4, 1.5 units, and Minnesota money line half unit.
Yes.
And it's plus 185 for the money line?
Yep.
Lovely. Next, we have Tampa Bay hosting New England. We have Tampa Bay -2.5. 2 units or 3 units?
I think we gotta go 2.
I think so as well.
Can't lay 3 units against Drake fucking May.
Yeah. All right. Then we have, we'll do the parlay last. We have Philadelphia going to Green Bay. We have Philly 2 units on the money line at plus 115.
Yeah,
and
I love
then
that.
our parlay is the Rams over the 49ers, Rams -1.5, tied with Buffalo over the Dolphins, Buffalo money line. That is a 2-unit -110 bet.
We shouldn't make that 3 units, should we?
We could. We really could. I mean, obviously there's risk there with...
Alex, fuck the risk, 3 units.
Cool.
There's nothing left of the 49ers, and the Rams can't lose to the 49ers twice this year.
All right, let me start doing some math on how many units we got going on here.
We have 11 units wagered.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I feel like it's more than 10.
If we win all of our bets this week, every single bet, that is 11.5 units. We will be up 4 units on the year.
I believe
I think we will lose one of these bets exactly. I think we lose the New Orleans bet.
I'd be really okay with that.
Me
If
too.
our 1.5 unit long shot bet loses and the other 10.5 units we played all win, I'd be okay with that.
We're either going to lose New Orleans or Houston, but the rest will win.
You heard it here first.
The Oracle has spoken. All right. I'm going to take some ibuprofen and sleep this fever off. In the meantime, I also have to make a JJ McCarthy video because I said I would, huh? I'll sleep when I'm dead, which will be soon because of this fever. Anyway, enjoy betting on football games. Hasta.